It's the 133 consolation final, as that's Mason for Virginia, Gustafson from Virginia Tech. They're keeping it moving here, Rock.
Both guys are Virginia wrestlers, so I'm sure they are aware of who each other was during their high school career. Good chain wrestling right there by Will Mason. He went for a front headlock, went to a single, finished it high, and he's got the takedown. And again, this is a weight class with only 2 qualifiers. Will Mason has a high RPI, meaning that if he is able to defeat Dennis Gustafson, he could have an outside shot of getting an at-large bid for the NCAAs. But first things first, we have to figure out who's going to get third place in the ACCs.
Yeah, well said. Mason does have that 22 RPI. That'll help. He went 3-2 in ACC duels with wins over NC State, UNC, and Duke. And at the moment, he's up 2-0.
And the winner of 25-pound consolation final on mat 1. The number 16 is the sophomore who comes in at 9-15.
So interestingly about this match right here, good shot by Gustafson. If both these guys are wrestling in weight class, they probably aren't best suited for it. What I mean by that, Will Mason is probably better suited at 25, but he did it for the team and wrestled 133. He's done a great job. And Dennis Gustafson started the year off at 141. And midway through the year, he got down. So these guys have both made this move to 133 for the benefit of their team.
Told you earlier, Gustafson won the 2014 title at 133.
Good shot. That was icy smooth.
Yep, that gives him.
That was probably the cleanest shot that I've seen this tournament. High crotch, right to a double.
That shot gave him a temporary lead. The escape now has us tied at 3, Rock, with a little over a minute remaining here.
Guys just fight for inside position. There's that high crotch again.
2 more for Gustafson.
It seems like Will Mason, when he ties up, Gustafson just goes right to that high crotch and just seems quicker.
Scores updated on your ACC Network extra screen. Gustafson 5, Mason 3. 133-pound consolation finals here, Mat 2.
What Mason has to do, he has to keep cutting the corner because Gustafson's hips are heavy. He's getting his hips down, laces to the mat, and watch for that high crotch again. You can see that he's grabbing. Good job. Keep wrestling.
Get a little testy there between Mason and Gustafson.
Try to step over someone that's your height.
This is a good one here. Consolation final, 5-4.
All right, takes bottom. Let's see what Will can do. From top, Will's Mason is a leg rider. He does a high thigh. Doesn't usually get the legs all the way in. We're looking at national champions in the corner of the UVA. Mark Ellis, who's a heavyweight at Missouri. No control yet. Looks like he's going to get it down. 2 reversal.
So 7-4 Gustafson. 7-4.
Essential that Mason get out. If not, it could be a long match. Well, Mason's going to try to lower his hip to cut through. Let's see if Gustafson goes right back to that high crotch. Will Mason hasn't been able to stop it yet. And let's see if he can defend it a little better. Gustafson has hit that high crotch from the tie-ups.
Rock, are you thinking about the fact there's only 2 NCAA qualifiers and what this means as far as an at-large going in, or are you just thinking about winning? Is all that going through your mind?
I think there's a little more pressure on Will Mason because it's his senior year. He realized that he needs to win this match to get an outside shot to get in there. Gustafson is just wrestling because he wants his team to win the ACC championship.
Excellent point. Well done by the Rock. 7-5 here. Gustafson in the first with the final 20-some seconds winding down.
Takedown would be huge for either wrestler right now.
It's actually the second, I believe. It's 7-5.
So Will Mason's going to have one more period to try and get it together and see what he can do in his third place match. Gustafson is very good with the claw rod. And Will Mason goes right to block that from getting in. There's the claw.
Gustafson right at 30 seconds riding time. And a 2-point lead over Mason. Mason with the escape. It's 7-6. And we got a tight one here. Yeah.
There's that high crotch again. He's quick with this high crotch. He did it. It's impressive. Will Mason has not been able to stop that high crotch.
And because of that, the lead is once again 3. Virginia Tech 72 team points, 72. NC State with 59.
Seeing what can happen here. If I was Gustafson, I'd just try and keep him on the mat. Make him earn his escape. Will Mason get a little frustrated here. Wonderful.
Mason's in trouble. Gustafson had him for a moment. Mason will break out, then slam back to the ground. And it's 13-6, and the clock starting to be the enemy of the senior Mason. Mason will rip away again. It's 13-7. Mason's got 30-some seconds to make a mini miracle happen here. Down 6, and 30 seconds left in his career, perhaps.
Just don't know.
Gustafson, yep, Mason looks shot and slammed to the ground. Mason, though, continues to fight. Give him credit for that. It's 15-7, though. It's Gustafson earning more points for the Hokies.
Gustafson really turned it on. It was a close match at the beginning of the third period, and he just opened it up.
Now wrestling number 41 pounds on mat number 1. The number 5 seed is a redshirt junior who's ranked 31st nationally. He's been taking 12 on the season.
Mason, if he can hold on here, this is these bonus points, which is good for the Hokies as they try to extend their lead.
Yeah, he'll get the riding time points, which is 16-7. And that's exactly what he does, and that is it. They give the whistle. Mason.
Very dejected, Mason. Yeah, very disappointed. Realizing that it might be over for him. Very disappointed.
Mason will head into the locker room after that loss. That's tough, right?
It's not a great feeling.